one thing that struck me a little from this book is that in every chapter, and I've read, I think, out of 15, 11,
Sure.
the Prime Minister is mentioned at least once. In the opening, he's mentioned 5 times. And his schemes are mentioned almost in every chapter.
Yeah.
Now, I find that a little unusual, purely because, some of these are 5 pages, 6 pages, and there's some very dramatic lives that you've described.
Right.
So it's in any case hard to, echo out the little bit that you want.
Not at all. I've been quite frank in my introduction.
I found it a little strange that the Prime Minister's Viksit Bharat is an ongoing theme.
It is themed around Viksit Bharat. As a matter of fact, I mentioned in the introduction that all of the authors, all of the people who are mentioned in the book, they were asked as to what are their ideas about a Viksit Bharat. Because a Viksit Bharat, a developed India, will not be developed without the development of its 200 million strong Muslim minority. And which is like, by some estimates, if you read the Pew estimates, it's 204 million. That's like the population of some countries.
Yeah.
So how will those 204 million Muslims or 200 million Muslims develop? So you cannot have a Viksit Bharat without Viksit Musalman. So that is definitely a running theme. It is the central theme of the book. That what are these role models? These are people at the top in various fields. What can they tell us about, how we can make a Viksit Bharat? Because Viksit Bharat
But they may not have the solutions for that, right? I mean, they've
offered some solutions.
Not that I read. I mean, I didn't see any. Because
let me point it out to you. So, for example, Dr. Jamal Khan, he has said that we need a collaboration between academia, industry and society. Dr. Zahir Kazi, who just got the Padma Shri, he has said that we need private enterprise. We need private institutions, institution building on private initiative without, relying on the government. Sania Mirza, she has talked about say for example, our 2036 Olympics bid, right? Are we a sporting nation? We need to make some adjustments there, right? We need to make some, not adjustments, we need to make some strides. In fact, every developed nation is a sporting nation. You take China, you take Australia, you take America, all of these countries which are, on the top of the charts in the Olympics.
China is on the same league as far as the others are concerned, as far as the developed countries are concerned.
But it is a sporting nation. And for example, Shams Alam, he has made a policy suggestion. He has said that GST on wheelchairs and other assistive devices should be waived off. There are so many solutions in there. So this book is, yes, it is about solutions, and it is about people's ideas for a Viksit Bharat. So for example, I want to point out one particular page number 170, where General Atta Hasnain, he has stated this anecdote where he was talking to a madrasa students, class, as in he was giving a lecture at a madrasa. And he was talking about career counseling and all that, how to join the armed forces. So at the end of it, a student asks him, कि सर आप कौन सी वाली आर्मी में जनरल हैं आप, पाकिस्तानी आर्मी में जनरल हैं या हिंदुस्तानी आर्मी में? And General Hasnain is quite startled. Now with a straight face, he's trying to answer and he's saying that, नहीं मतलब obviously Indian army में general हूँ because this is India. So the kid very innocently says, but sir, Indian army में तो Muslim general नहीं होते. And that is such a wrong perception because there have been so many generals, I mean including Hasnain Saab's own father, but not just him, General Zamiruddin Shah, so many others have been. So actually he can name them better, he can roll out the whole list of names. So the awareness in our own community about non-discriminatory fields where people are selected purely based on their merit or whatever the requirements are, such as up to UPSC mein every year you have Muslim toppers, so that's good. But CDS, there is still, there's a lack of awareness. So we also need to take responsibility to find out what are the fields where we can excel.